Hey guys, it's your girl Don Eats and back with another video. But today, this video is very, very, very dear and special to my heart. This was just the One Big Happy Family sending my love to you collab. As you can see, our shirts, they say sending my love to you. It has a big collage of my sister and her mom. But so shout out to Big Billy Bob for coming up with such a great collab and such a great big family that you're creating. And it's something that before I came a part of it, I didn't even know what the title was going to be. I didn't know what the meaning of the video was going to be, but I just wanted to be a part of it. And the fact that it happened to be something that was dear to me and the month of my sister's passing, it really was like, wow, this must be the time for me to kind of share or open up a little bit about my sister and give a, and the collab is about making a meal that either someone alive or not, a meal that they like or prepared or whatever, and then you just sending your love to them. And I'm gonna be sending my love to a few people in this video, but we're gonna start it off. But like I say, I'm so grateful to be a part of this collab. It is definitely a blessing to meet some great people on YouTube, because YouTube really helped me through things I was dealing with during this time almost 2 years ago. But anyhow, today we got macaroni and cheese. We got some neck bones and potatoes and green beans, some barbecue wingdings and some plain wingdings, and we also got fish. And then we also got crunch cake, strawberry shortcake cake that we'll tell you about that. And then we also got some little cupcakes. All right. So anyhow, I just want to start off saying, God is good. God is good. You never know what God can bring you through in life. You feel like, some things happen and then you feel like I can never do this, I can never do that. But you never know what you can do with God involved. But this meal right here is... Yeah. Go ahead, you can talk.
Well, half of it is like my mom's and then that's my uncle's.
Right. Yeah. So half of this meal is Ryan's favorite meal that she cooked. She always was cooking, and every time I went by her house, she had some macaroni and cheese, homemade macaroni and cheese, and she had some neck bones and green beans, potatoes, and she always made her some fried chicken. She had some type of chicken, fried chicken, chicken legs, barbecue hot, but her favorite was the barbecue chicken legs. She would always make those when I would go up there, and she was just an awesome person and a good cook. Like, she can cook her butt off, and all the jobs she had, she cooked. She was in the kitchen cooking.
She mainly like soul food, like cooking soul food. She didn't really like making like all types of stuff. She used to like soul food cooking.
Right. But she was the greatest person. Like, everybody loved her. Like, everywhere she went, everybody loved her. Like, she, would open her doors to anybody, feed anybody. Yeah. She was just, just special. Like, so I'm going to start off, saying, it all happened on February 14th, Valentine's Day of 2019. She was killed by her husband in domestic violence. That day changed my life, our life forever. All I remember is I was in cosmetology school. I was just so happy. I was so happy.
She was having a Princess Day.
I was having my Princess Day at school. I had got Valentine's Day nails. I got my hair done. I got my makeup done. Everything. I got a massage. I had my toes Valentine's Day. And I just remember being at school because I was so tired. This was a year of me. I was working full time and I was going to school, and I was doing nights, so I would be at school till like 10 at night. And I remember her calling me, and I was in school. I was so happy, you know. I was like, she was like, "You about to graduate? You know, you about to graduate?" You know, she was my number one fan and number one supporter. Like, she was always there, no matter what. We had a relationship that was crazy, kind of, but it was good at the same time because, like, I was more like her mom, but her big sister, because we both was on our own at like 15, and when she left home, when she was out, you know, she came and lived with me, and from there she lived with me all the way until she met the man that did this to her. And it was just a sad situation. And
She was gonna throw a party.
I found out while she was, but anyhow, let me go back to, I got the phone call, you know, and I was at school. I was so excited. I was like, you know, yeah, I was getting primped and stuff. And she called me because they was going out that night. Like, they both loved to go out. They was the, like, party house. Like, they partied all the time. Like, that's where I went to party. That's the only time I partied was with them, because that's all they did was party. But anyhow, she called me, told me they was going out. I told her, be careful, you know, I love, you know, we talked for a little bit, and I told her, I began out of school at 10. I was like, you know, I'm gonna come check you out, you know, stop by. And we talked, and then the last thing I know, you know, I told her I love her, and she told me she loved me. And then I went home from school, regular night, just excited. I was just so happy. I was about to finally be done with school, finally be done with something, that finish something that I always wanted to finish. And that next morning, I was up getting ready for school, getting the kids ready for school. And that's when they come to the house and tell us that she was in the hospital. And that it didn't look good, and that, you know, she was in the hospital. And all I remember is just getting this feeling in my stomach, like someone right. Someone right. And someone's bad. It was bad. Because this wasn't the first time that she was in a domestic situation with this man. They was together for 18 years. She had just married him about 4 years ago. So it was lots of times it could have been deadly. But she, you know, God, thankfully, prayers and everything held her through all this time. But that's when we get the call, and somebody came to the house and told me that I had to get up to the hospital. And all I remember is just running out the room, just running out the room. Because the hard part about it is that he came to tell me that she was there, but he didn't tell me the real reason. And that's neither here nor there. That's a little part. But anyhow, so I'm just in there, just in the bathroom, just spazzing out, hitting walls, just spazzing out, because I just felt like it was bad. It was bad. So
she kind of knew it was already bad the way that he came.
Yeah, and the way he came. And so I get up to the hospital. And by then, she had already had brain surgery. She was on a ventilator. She had machines all connected to her. And I just felt like I just had walked into a movie scene. I'm trying not to be emotional, but it's just, the story is just so unbelievable. and I don't have time to even tell that, and I can't even talk about a lot of it. But it was the worst thing that I ever had to see in my life. Seeing my sister laying there in the bed, lifeless, with machines all on her, bruises all over her body. You know, nobody should ever have to go through that. But I can't talk about that part no more. We're going to talk about the good about her, because she was a beautiful person. And out of it all, sorry y'all, my little heart's coming down. But out of it all, she was a beautiful person, and she, you know, she really didn't die. She lived on because she was always a selfless person, and she was so selfless. She was an organ donor, and I honored her wishes, and she saved 4 young women lives. One was 38, one was 40, 44, one was like 54, and another one was like in the mid 40s. And one got her heart, and she wrote a letter to us. She wrote a letter you know, that she was so grateful. She was a school teacher with an 8-year-old child, and she told us how much she felt better than she ever felt in her life. And it was just amazing. Like, I never really thought about organ donation until I had to make that decision for my sister. Cause like I said, I was like her mom. I did everything for her. And I'm gonna finish talking my part, then I'm gonna let Brianna talk about her mom, and then we're gonna try to eat some of this food, and then we'll talk about some stuff later. But anyhow, I'm sending my love to you, Ryan. You know I love you, and I loved you then, and I love you still, and I fought for you then, and I'm gonna fight for you still. And I started a foundation called Ryan's Dream Foundation in her honor to help domestic violence victims and their families and educate. I plan on doing a lot to help people for that. And but yeah, she was a hero to me. She was my hero, and I'm gonna love you forever, Ryan. And I'm gonna pass it on to her daughter. This is her daughter. She was 12 years old when her mom left.
So she was sweet and stuff. She didn't really she was kind of quiet, but not quiet. Like, she didn't just talk to anybody. And she was a person I could talk to and stuff like that. She was a good mom. She was like my best friend, because I tell her everything and stuff. I miss her a lot. Even though I still got my auntie, but I still miss her.
You'll always miss your mom. I can never be your mom. No one can ever be your mom. But I'm definitely gonna be here for you for the rest of my life. And you know, she knew that. I gained custody of my niece when this all happened. And then I graduated in that same time from cosmetology school. I know that my sister was there with me. And Rhonda's doing excellent. She's definitely doing excellent, you know, with dealing with what she dealt with. But we're gonna start eating, and then we'll go ahead and I'll tell you about our. We're just gonna try everything, and then because I know we only got so much time. And that's how she be making her potatoes. You know, she was a more seasoned person. Like, she know how to really season to where
you can taste everything.
It's good. Look at this. Y'all want a bite of that macaroni and cheese? Look at her macaroni. This is how her macaroni and cheese used to look too. Oh yeah. It got a little crisp top. See, I make good macaroni and cheese too. But I have, you know, everybody who make macaroni and cheese has their own little routine. But I also dedicate this video, for those that don't know, I lost Ryan February 15th of 2019. She was on life support for 2 days. She was on life support on Valentine's Day, and then she passed February 15th. I was so hard trying to deal with that. And then 5 months later, my little brother was murdered. He was only 38. So was Ryan. I'm not really going to talk much about him because I'm still not settled with it. It's still unbelievable to me. But it's crazy because they both was cooks. They both was, you know, he was everything. He was like the life of the party. He was always having everybody laughing and joking. He was just like everything. He was always talking stuff to everybody, but his heart was bigger than the world. Like, he would do anything for anybody. He loved his nieces and nephews. He never had kids, so he loved his nieces and nephews. And he can cook his butt off too. And this was his favorite. If you went over his house, he had him some macaroni and cheese. He had some green beans and potatoes with either neck bones or some type of meat in there. And he had him some chicken because he loved him some chicken. He loved dogs. His birthday was June 14th. Ryan's birthday was December 16th. And he loved dogs. He loved his family. He loved fishing. Like, since we was a kid, that boy, we'd be on the lake. And I'll never forget this time. One time, you know, the parents, they was fishing or whatever. And Kenny wanted a pole. His name was Kenny. And he wanted a pole. He wanted to use one of their poles. They didn't want them to use the pole. So he's like, okay. So this boy goes in the woods, comes back.
He creative.
He done made a stick pole and came back with a bucket of fish and caught more fish than them. They was so mad. I was dying, but like, that boy went fishing all the time. So that's why we got some fish. We got some catfish. That was one of his favorites. He also liked bluegills and bass and all that. But I'm telling you, he loved to fish. That was what he did on his times. And he loved to play the game. Like, he loved, what's the name of that game?
GTA.
Where they be the shooting fighting game.
GTA
and all that. Like, he would always, if you come over, he got his headphones on. And he talking. And every time I go over there, I'll be like, who is you talking to? And then I'll be forgetting he be on the game. He'd be like, I ain't talking to you, sis. I'm talking to the game. And he was just the best big little brother. Like, and I hate that he left the world the way he did. But vengeance is in the Lord, and what goes around comes around. And, you know, it's sad, you know, that so many people losing their lives to domestic violence, to murder, you know, and things like that, you know, and so young, you know, it got to stop. The violence needs to stop. Because he was awesome, like, always smiling, always laughing. He had these white teeth, and he was dark-skinned, and he was always smiling. He had the prettiest teeth. Everybody was telling him his teeth was so pretty.
These one glasses that
he had his favorite glasses that he
always used to wear, like, always.
Mm-hmm.
And
we're gonna have pictures in there with
the outro, and y'all will see.
Y'all see Kenny. But I'm sending my love to you, bro. I love you forever. And see you in the, bro, when I get there. And the last thing I'm going to do is send my love to my family, my kids, my husband, my niece. They're not in here right now. They eating. But, you know, I love them. It's everything to me. Me and my husband been together for 28 years. We've been married 22. High school sweethearts. We got 3 children. Thomas is about to be 26, February 26th. Aaliyah be 19. She'll be 20, October 11th. Tamia will be 14, March 17th. And then Rihanna's birthday is June 25th. And, yeah, so, but, there was some beautiful people. And I thank the Lord for my family. I thank the Lord for my husband and my kids, since he's been there through everything with me. We haven't had the perfect everything, but God kept us through everything together, and he's been my rock through all my loss, all my pain, all my heartaches. But I'm sending my love to you, Kenny. I'm sending my love to you, Ryan. We love y'all forever. I'll definitely keep y'all names alive and keep them running. Like I say, shout out to Big Belly Bob for creating this collab. I'm so appreciative to be in it. Thank you for all my subscribers and all my followers and everybody who's been a part of Don E's family. And we love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. I thank you to all my true supporters, all the true people who really loves me and my family. I really thank you. I thank you for all my new subscribers. I thank you for the One Big Happy Family. I love all the videos that have been shown. And next up, you got to check out Miss Shan, Shorty Recipes. That's with Big Belly Bob. And then you got to check out Queen Sugar. She'll be after her. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe on this video. And I'm sending my love to everybody in this collab. Thank you, and allow us, me and my family, to be a part of it. We love you. Thank you for rocking with Don Eats. Thank you for rocking with Don Eats and being a part of my family. I'm happy you can sit and eat with me. Now I'm gonna say peace. I love y'all. He only taught us a lesson. She was my sister, my homie, my friend. Never thought you wouldn't be here to see me win. Never thought you wouldn't be here to see your kids. You had so much to live for. Time wasn't on our side. You know that I was down to ride. Round all over you for life. For life.